Hello, all my model car building buddies. This is Model Cars with Glenn. And I'm Glenn, but if somebody wants to be Glenn for about a week, cut me a break, I would really appreciate it. Okay, because I'm getting tired of being Glenn. Anyway, there's that intro. I'll move this out of the way and show you my picture. That Donnie painted this, my brother Donnie, and it's a good one, man. I really like this picture. Wait, the clouds up here, the clouds up here are done. The mountains and the sun and everything. It's just nice. Got all these rocks out in the water for boats to run into, demolition derby kind of thing. All right, let me bring you up to date on this guy. Hello, here he is. All right, first off, I want to show you a little tip I come up with a long time ago. Real shifter knobs are made out of white plastic, and this is white plastic. So I thought, hey, what about if I just scrape the chrome off of here and clean it up a little bit? Got a white plastic shifter knob that looks really real. If you painted it, kind of goopy looking, So I just take the knife and starting at the base of the knob, pull up, scrape the chrome all the way around it, and then take spongy sandpaper and clean off the top. That's a nice looking shifter knob. I do that a lot now. The motor, remember that big old fuel log I had on there? I'm holding it out of sight. I'm not being stupid. I didn't want to show you just yet. I put it in here on the chassis, put the body down on it. It was hogging all the attention. It was too big and clunky looking. And it was like, look at me. I'm the only thing here to look at. So I took it off, cut it off. Put this little bitty rod across there. That looks way better. Not as much of an attention hog as before. So I got that going on. I'm going to put one in blocks on the firewall and just run the 3 lines back to that. That'll look better, I'm sure. Okay, well, that's where I'm at with that. Okay, let me get it out of the way. Here we go. Flat top. Yep, this is that Galaxy that come with the drag race team. It's got the little Falcon in it and a trailer and this hood molded down. I don't like that. That made me mad because I don't like to cut the hood open if I can help it. Shouldn't have to. It should have opened, but it didn't. It's an old kit though. They didn't always work. So a couple of my commenters asked me, said, "How do you do that?" Excuse me, I'm drinking root beer and it makes me burp. I like to burp. They asked me, how do I fill that hole? Well, I'm going to show you how I fill that hole. Put this big old piece of plastic on top. Go in there with a pencil. Draw a line all the way around. Line. See? And you don't want to cut it on this line. You'll mess up if you cut it on that line. You want to cut it about 3/16 away from that line. A little big, because you're going to have to do some forming. If you'll notice this, let me get it right. This has got a curve to it, and so does back here. Pretty straight down the side, so it needs to be flexilated like that until you get it curved just right to sit on here. It's got to sit on here and just drop into place. You don't want to have to hold a corner down and glue it, because that's going to flex your body and then you'll be all upset. So you cut it out there, put it on here and see where it's touching. Just take your sanding block. Don't use your knife. You'll cut yourself like that. It ain't as deep as a well or wide as a barn door, but it'll do. So after you get this cut out, put it up here and only do one place at a time. I'm telling you. You take and you'll sand this corner, put it down, see if it fits, sand it some more, see if it fits. If it takes you a few days, so what? You're not on a deadline. Ain't nobody standing behind you with a whip. And only do one though. If you do this, and I'll do 3 or 4 of them. Well, then when you do this, it changes everything. Then this one ain't going to be right, and neither is that. So just do the one at a time, sanding it, and get it. It doesn't have to be perfect, because I'll show you why in a minute. Like that, until it does fit. Just drops in there. Don't matter if there's a bit of a gap, because we're going to take care of that. But before you can put this on, and this is important, you need to have your chassis built. This has got to be sitting on your chassis. Don't move one way or the other, and because you don't want it to. And you got to have the motors down in here, sticking up in just where you want it, and you know, and then lay you a straight edge across the front. If you got a blower on it, which you probably will, or stacks, and mark on the plastic on either side, sand it a little bit first where you're going to mark it so the marker will sink in good, because you want to use a black marker. You don't want to lose these lines. So you'll have a straight going across the back and the front of the blower, and you want one going on either side of the blower. Say you're using a blower, and mark it. You want those markers to stay. Then go ahead and get this trimmed out, sitting down in there the way you want it. And then once it's on, you could take a ruler and draw 2 lines like this, 2 lines like this going by your marks. And that'll give you a square in the middle where your blower's going to stick through. You cut that hole smaller too, and just a little bit at a time, put it on there, see where it's touching, trim it out, put it on, see where it's touching, repeat, repeat, rinse, repeat, like that. Okay, now we got your hole in the right place. We got this sitting down on here. You're going to go under here and put a piece of tape. Put tape all the way around. Seal it up good. Go from the top and fill that hole, fill that gap with super glue. Let it dry real good. And once it's good and dry, peel the tape off of the inside. It'll come off because the glue on the tape will stick to the super glue, but that's not a problem. Peel the tape off, fill the crack up with super glue from under here, and then you're on the road. All you got to do is a bunch of sanding across here and across here like that, and then put some more glue on, super glue on there, and let it dry up. Keep doing that until you're done. You know, I heard somebody on another channel said use a little baking powder in there and then put the super glue in and make it fill up like that. I've never tried it, but I think it'll work. You can try that if you want. I don't. I just use straight super glue over and over. But then I'm a glutton for punishment. I'll probably take a wedge out of this, nothing, you know, down to a point here, but up a bit here, and maybe cut off the bottom half of the bumper so it sits at an angle, a little bit like that, nose down. That'll look really mean. All right. Well, anyway, that's how I do that. That's how the hole comes up into position. This is not a Vicky. I wanted a Vicky. I couldn't find a Vicky. I went out in the yard and hollered, Vicky! Ain't none. Nope. So I decided I'd just get a sedan and cut it down. Cut across here and down through here. Shorten it up. Made me a Vicky. It ain't exactly right, but it's close enough. Street ride. There's no radiator in the front or grill or nothing. I like the way the front end's sticking out here, way out in front. Got the holes drilled in the axle, all cool. Got the chrome is all faded off the headlights. Nice looking motor. Got fuel lines. You see them going down in the back. Radiator. Grill back here. This is a grill out of one of those 41 Willys gasser. I got a stack of those things about that thick. No drive. I swear, when I took this out of the cabinet, there was a drive shaft and a differential in it. I think it hit the floor and one of the puppies ingested it. You know, just chewed it up and swallowed it. It's delicious. But I guess that's where it went. I looked everywhere. I couldn't find it. I've got more. I put one on it. But there, let me turn the flashlight on. There. See the radiator with the fan? Yep. It's pulling air in through these holes around there, through the fan, and blowing it out that grill in the back. So that'll work. It ain't never overheated on me yet. There's the interiors. All white. I guess it's all white. Ooh, is that dirty seats or what? I gave it a bath, but I didn't go inside it, and I really needed to, man. I don't know what happened there. Like somebody pooped on the seat. But it's got the tall shifter like they used to have in the old hot rods, where you grab the handle about halfway up, like that, and shift it. I like that. That's cool. But this is my sort of a Vicky. I got Vickies now. I got 2 of them over in the stash. Well, one of them's in the cabinet. You done seen it, that green machine? That was one of the first ones I showed. I've got another one. But it's as close as I could get to one. I like the way this thing sits, so it's a nice looking car. Okay, next. Gasser. Had to have a gasser on here. Love gassers. And this is Pinto. Little Pinto gasser. Man, the front end on this thing, the grill and all that stuff was nasty. I did not like how it looked, so I filled in this, made this pan on the front, filled in the grill and the headlights. I didn't like the one that came with the kit at all. If I ain't mistaken, this is the chassis out, yeah, chassis from 41 Willys gasser. Got the big long track. No, the traction bars came from that other Willy, the Revel Willys gasser. Well, they're both Revel, I guess, but it was an older one. Curly's gasser. I think they call it a Coca-Cola gasser now. That's where those parts came from. The front springs come from that, but I made that axle out of just some plastic and stuff. And there's the motor. It's got a motor in it, of course. It's a cammer. Got one of my blower belts on there. Sometimes, I've said this a million times, but sometimes you just got to make the car exist. And then when you get ready, you can go back, pop the engine out, put all the details on it. I got a few like that. Some of them I finish up because I just love them as they're going. Some of them, like I said, you just got to make it exist. And then when you get ready, you can go back. You don't have to build the whole model. You just got to finish it. And it's not that I'm procrastinating. It's just that I'm putting it off. Anyway, this is my Pinto. I like this car. I like to take an itty-bitty car and just shove as much stuff into it as I can. Big giant slicks and jack it up. Big motor. Oh, wait till you see the stash ads I got coming. I ordered them the other day. I'll surprise you with them. But I got a couple of cool stash ads coming. And this is my Pinto. Okay, well, I'm just going to show you these two. I'm not running out or anything, but I'm tired of having to rush, you know. So this is Pinto. Wait, let me put him up here. And this is Street Rod. Two different types of vehicles. Both of them, I think, are pretty cool. I really like the Pinto. Wish the front end fit better, but it don't. Looks like I need to fill in something back here, too. I'll do that next time I work on it. And let me see. Oh, the regular stuff. Give me a like. Come on. You don't have to use this finger if it's sore. You got 7 more that you can use. Tap that like button. Ding, 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 like that. And write me a comment. Type it out there. Say, oh, Glenn, I like your cars, man. Something like that. I like it when they say stuff good. Oh, you could say something bad. You can criticize me if you want. I got pretty thick skin. Not thick enough to hold back a knife blade, but I got pretty thick skin. I can take criticism. And let me see. Like, comment. Oh, subscribe. Come on, man. You can give me a subscription. If you're not subscribed, how hard is it? Doing, doing, hit the script. There it is. And that little bell over there, you touch that, it'll come up 3 options. Touch the top one, turn it black. There you got it. You're going to get all the stuff I put out if you want it. Some people don't want it, but if you want it, there it is. All right, like, touch, subscribe. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys watching this, commenting on. I love reading the comments, man. And I'll answer all of them. Every one of them, gonna get an answer. Even if it's just a little short one or a smiley face, you're going to get an answer. All righty. Well, I'm about talked out. These are my cars. This is my revised motor. It doesn't tell me that don't look better with that little rod than that big old clunky bar across there. You'll see it when I get it in the motor. This is my body all painted up. Interior come out good. And flat top. This one's going to come up pretty soon. I love to make flat top cars. And what else you going to do with one that you can't open the hood on? So, all righty, I'm gonna get out of here now and shut up. And I'll catch y'all later. Thank you for watching, and bye.